Well, I do enjoy that they ask you first if you want to go live, but it seems that we are, and I appreciate
They're
it.
like, do
Like,
you? Hey, sir, are you actually ready to go
are you going to
live?
go live? You
Yes,
might have
nigga.
to. Right. What up? What up? What up, y'all? I am your host, Young Smooth,
I'm OB.
and this is the
Big
Kickstand
fan
Podcast.
motherfucking
Y'all,
podcast, nigga.
y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we get down. Get it.
Gang.
So basically, you know what? I should have been smarter than this. You know what I'm saying? I should have moved this originally by itself. Like I should have really been smarter, but I'm not. And I accept these things that I cannot
We
change.
fall down.
Yo, because
We
I was
get up.
gonna double split my screen, and I meant to do that so I could see, what I was doing on one side and what I need to do on the other. Mm-mm. I'm like, yep. If you were smart, you would have already done this. Yep, but you didn't. So there's that.
What's
But
up, people? How y'all
anyway,
doing, man? Because this nigga obviously is like,
yeah.
still playing catch up and shit right now. Fucking with
Nope.
damn
Ketchup, no mustard, nigga.
or
Yo,
relish. Relish
yo,
is actually, what's funny? I actually like, what's really, obviously I never knew that there was like not sweet in relish.
yeah, like you didn't get like a dill relish.
I
Like,
never knew that. I'm so used to just sweet relish. That shit's fire. I never knew you could get relish just not sweet.
yeah, I think because we're
Who
so
would eat
used
that
to,
shit?
yeah, because we're so used to just being like, okay, well, the relish that goes in, um, like deviled eggs and potato salad and shit is usually sweet. But no, you don't have to. You don't have to get that. That's unnecessary.
Like, who
You
would
don't.
eat that?
But just
Like,
sweet relish.
no, I would eat just sweet relish. I'm talking about unsweetened relish.
Unsweetened relish. Well, you gotta think about like diabetics. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying? They can't really
I ain't
have
gonna
get you
lie,
filled.
bro. That shit halfway don't make sense. I mean, obviously it does make sense, obviously,
Right.
but to me, I'm just like, don't get me wrong. Let me tell you something else, another snack that's very underrated.
First
Dill
of all, I didn't
pickle
know
chip.
relish was a fucking snack. Let's go there, but go ahead.
Oh,
When did relish become a fucking snack? Okay, go ahead.
true. I don't know, yo. Now you got me want to try something. Like get some
Eat,
chips and like
don't eat no
get sweet
relish out the
relish
fucking
and dip,
jar.
but dip it like dip chips with it. Like
Oh, you
what?
could. Ooh, you know it'd be good though.
Sweet
Ooh,
relish,
this
get some.
yeah, this how I'm hood. Take some of them dill ass chips, the dill pickle chips,
The dip
and dip them in it. Maybe. Mm-hmm.
definitely about to
That's not good.
definitely ready to try that shit. I'm like,
You know what I'm
that shit
saying?
like
Speaking of which, I'm still waiting on them goddamn barbecue chips to come out for the
oh word.
yeah, I'm still waiting on that. But yeah, so we back as usual. Don't forget that you can tune in to SoundCloud, iTunes, tune in Google Music, and also Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. Don't forget if you're on the YouTube page right now, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment because sometimes I like talking to this nigga, but I know some of y'all got opinions too.
Hey, you know what
Shit,
I'm saying? Look, nigga, speak up.
speak the hell out. Um, yeah, so y'all already see what the topic is, but we're gonna go into it. We're gonna get into some shit. Oh, did you ever watch that tiny desk that I sent you with Usher?
No.
Okay, well fuck it. It was amazing.
What
It
was
was
it
amazing.
again?
So basically, it's a thing that NPR does where they do small concerts. Like many people have done them, and like they do it for like the Office team of
Is that
NPR, right?
right? I think I did see that. It was like who else was there? It was him. It
It
was
was
him. It was someone.
it
It
was
was him. And
him, Eric Bellinger, and
yeah,
Vado.
yep. And they had like a little sing off and shit. And
Right.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I
So
was like, damn, Usher, you got shit on niggas again. Like,
right. So
like,
Eric Bellinger and Vado did background for him.
oh shit.
And
Okay.
they were singing his songs. And when I tell you it was a Tiny Desk concert, and I was in this bitch like it's 7. They was like, yo, what was Usher doing at 7 o'clock? Somebody was like, he in his drop top cruising the streets. I was
Yeah,
like,
facts.
yes. And so I loved it though, because I was really sitting there like, yo, this is really good. And it makes you realize why that boy is the GOAT. He is
I know.
literally the
I
GOAT.
think didn't Anderson .Paak do one of them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He did one. Actually, a lot of I've seen a few of them. A lot of artists have done them. Like
I'm
a
gonna tell you
lot.
that one of the best, because this nigga is underrated, and I forgot I was going to say something about his shit too. Motherfucker, 2 Chainz, nigga.
Oh shit,
Nigga, let me tell you why 2 Chainz is the shit. Okay, 2 Chainz. So 2 Chainz did his Tiny Desk, and we were in the middle of the pandemic at the time. He did his Tiny Desk. This nigga was getting a fucking pedicure, rapping from his home live. Okay, and did not miss a beat.
that's
Not
some
one.
shit right there.
I was like, yo, but how the fuck, like, you doing this and you getting a pedicure too?
Nigga savage
So,
for that.
yo, but that, and I'm not gonna lie, like when you watch NPR and shit like that, that gave me a newfound respect for that nigga. I was like, yo, y'all, your favorite rapper can never. Like, yo, this nigga's getting a fucking pedicure.
That's
and
funny.
rapping.
I just had a conversation with one of my coworkers, and we mentioned 2 Chainz, and I was like, because I guess he was making he was making the point that a lot of older rappers aren't, like still like actively putting music out, and I was like, true. I said, but we still got 2 Chainz. Yeah, he was like, he was like, yeah, after you get to a certain age, it's like get that shit up type shit, and I was like, nah, we got 2 Chainz. He's definitely still gonna put. Like,
and he definitely just dropped a new album. He just dropped a new project.
Nigga, you know who I just found out apparently dropped an album or a project or a song I never knew about at all? Lloyd Banks.
Oh my god! I better tell you that. I forgot to tell you about that shit. I just listened to it the other day. This shit got him. It got Jadakiss. I forgot to tell you about that shit the other day.
Nigga, my coworker, I walked in.
So good.
And he mentioned something. We was talking about music, and I was like, "Yeah, yo, I don't really, I really don't really follow music." I say, my people that I know bring me music to listen to. He was like, "Well, it's people still putting out good music. You know who just dropped something?" I was like, "Who?" He said, "Lloyd Banks." I was like, "What?"
Bruh, it's good. And actually, I just was listening to one of the songs earlier when I went to go get my food and shit, and I was like, "Are you still coming to Eminem, yo?" Like, are we still doing this? Like, I promise you, like one of the lines was like something about something, you can still lose yourself. And I was like, you still, because I haven't fully immersed myself into this yet, but I'm like, are you still coming to Eminem?
But what was that? Wait, that was a thing?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know this shit.
Real bad.
Like Lloyd Banks and Eminem, nigga. What?
Yeah, real bad. They still got beef. I forgot what the beef was about. Don't get me to lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. But yeah,
obviously I know 50 was, Aftermath, cheat, but Lloyd, Lloyd Banks, what the fuck?
Lloyd chose a side. Let me tell you something. I have a sneaking suspicion that Lloyd is about to be in the Power universe.
Oh shit.
I guarantee you, because this album already, like, I'm like maybe 4 or 5 songs in, and it's fire. You know how, like I told you, speaking of fire, you know how I told you that today we also going to talk about that topic when we get there. I ain't even going to spoil it for niggas and shit. But his is definitely one of them. And not in the same vein as this, but that new Chris Brown, oh my.
Yeah, I still ain't heard that shit.
Say what you want to about Chris. But
I mean, bro, listen.
You can't take away the music. You cannot.
Chris, listen, he knows how to make a song. That's the thing. Like, you can't take that from him. Granted, you nigga gave us a 45-track album. Understandable.
Nigga, it's still about damn near 40. I'm on this bitch. It's long as shit again.
Yeah, so it's like, but I feel like Chris Brown, one of the people who just builds and builds and builds and builds and like, oh shit, I still got 30 songs that no one's heard yet. All right, throw it on the project. Like,
but the reason, and I think the reason for that is actually ingenious for real. It's like I can roll and get into any project at any time, and because I have so much music. And if it's like, yo, we're in second, third, fourth quarter, and you don't even remember the song because you haven't heard it that far in the album. Now, bam, this is the new release. So here we go. So it is ingenious to actually do it like that. Like what artists, R&B, hip hop, or otherwise, that you're getting multiple double albums?
I mean, especially not anymore. You know, niggas is just
Right.
10 songs, one verse, two hooks.
Right.
Like, you know, it's a whole, you know, niggas not even, the attention span today can't even like fat,
Yo,
you know, it don't even.
his second song, I literally put it in my playlist. It's called Call the Body. It's called Cab. It's called Call the Body. Literally, the second that I heard it, I was like, yeah, that goes in that playlist. Like, yep, that goes in that playlist.
Nigga said immediately. Immediately.
Because you know me, that's why.
That's hilarious. Y'all said that shit off the break immediately.
Immediately. But yeah, so there are a lot of great artists out there. And you and I were just talking about it when I found it. The new song with Fab and Mary J. Blige, or Mary J. Blige and Fab, because it's really Mary's song. But
I mean, like I said,
if y'all could have saw me go off.
Like I said, when you play that shit, it's Fab.
Right.
I don't really, and it's Mary. Like, let me not discredit her. I don't really what were you expecting? Like, you know, it's one of them where it's like I'm not listening to a track with either of them and expecting to hear less or anything subpar. You know, it's like, you know what they bring. That's the problem today, yo. We don't got that no more. We don't got a motherfucking artist today that's like, when they come, you know, it's like, oh yeah, all right, you like you said, you was like, you know, it's really no music right now that you are like, no artist where it's like, yo, I can't wait till they drop. I can't wait till they drop. Like, they don't exist really no more. And then when it do exist, it's from the heavy hitters you've been listening to. It's
my
them.
gosh. And like when we think about it, when I've talked about it, I've said it several times. I've even said it like when I was doing the show by myself. But like, I literally have only been listening to, I had The Lox on heavy rotation. I had both King's Disease on heavy rotation. I had Do or Die 2 on heavy rotation. I had Extinction Level Event, what, 2? Yeah, 2. I'm like, is it 3 or 4? Shit. Extinction Level Event 2 on heavy rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I am. And actually, to be honest, because of the workout playlist that I have, bruh, 90% of the songs, when I tell you, I want to say Chris Brown is probably the most recent song that's in there.
Damn.
Probably, I want to say, at best, but 90% of the songs are old songs.
Yeah, see, I mean, but that doesn't that say something. That lets you that literally makes a staple in itself. Hey, majority of the shit that I even, you know, that the majority of the shit that's actually very true.
Mm-hmm.
Your rotation with your music literally just consists of already like all the heavy. You don't like, you're not. I don't hear no random tracks of a random artist that's like been out for a while, but you know, like, I don't. It's literally like I can name like easily 20 artists that you have within the rotation of your playlist, and they're all heavy hitters already. You feel me?
Because it's those become the people that are timeless and classic.
Yep, facts.
You know what I'm saying to you? And just like, for instance, so the workout playlist, which I had already posted it, I posted it to my Facebook page as well, which I'm actually probably going to repost it again, but it's my nasty workout playlist. It got some songs on that bitch. You feel me? It got like Bands That Make Her Dance in that motherfucker. And then not only that, I thought about this. It has Neo's They Know with Juicy J on there. And I was like, this was like the ultimate stripper song when this shit came out. So it really was. And I'm just like, yo, it motivates me to work out, to work so much harder. And some of them beats just be like club beats, club bangers. And I got that list. This is the strangest shit, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I got that list from originally 30 to 40 songs to listening to a track listing that was from like 2000 and the 2010s, and got that shit almost up to like 120 songs.
Sheesh.
Now, I don't work out to all of them, but it's good to just be able to have that variety of shit that comes in. Right. You know what I'm saying to you? Now I'm down this bitch thinking I'm a male stripper, but that's neither here nor there. So moving on. Let's go into some ratchet and ridiculousness. First things first, which you haven't seen yet, but I did, was the interview with Kevin Gates and Carisha on Carisha Please. First of all, I enjoy the fact that Carisha, as the City Girls, I don't even like the City Girls. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really a huge City Girls fan, but I do enjoy the fact that Young Miami is like really trying to get in her interview bag, and I feel very confident in what she's doing. Like the thing about Carisha that I like, she feels like a mom. She is a mom, and she feels like a mom. Like she feels like she's listening. She understands, and she gives like really good feedback. You feel what I'm saying? So I think her interviewing skills are really, really good. She got Kevin Gates to open up about a lot, and Kevin gave a lot more than necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I heard little snippets and shit, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's good, but I mean, and it's Carisha. It just kind of is. It is what it is. But it made me have a newfound respect because of, if you really listen to the interview, because I watched the whole thing, it did talk a lot about like his spirituality. It talked a lot about, he talked a lot about, you know, suicide and what's happened to him prior to, you know, where his relationship is with Drika. They talked about his music, the jail time. So there's a lot. It's just, it wasn't just I think a lot of the snippets gave you the sexual bullshit. That's what he do. But it was definitely a lot of shit that I was like, damn, sir, you got a couple of good points. I'm okay with that. Sometimes in life, you just gotta pick up, you gotta weed out the shit. You feel what I'm saying to you? You can't just look at the whole thing and be like, yeah, that's good. It ain't. But that interview was fucking hilarious. So if y'all have not checked it out, check it out. Now I do enjoy my man Rose, right? We like a little Rose. Okay, I feel.
Yo,
now,
Gilly been going in this nigga. Yo, Gilly been going at this nigga head for like, have you seen any of that?
I have, and I've been trying to just be like, this is not for me.
It's low key funny because Gilly just a funny ass nigga. That's why it's funny. And then it's just like he talking about how he like talking about his buffaloes and shit. Like,
right?
yo, like really, bro? Like,
yo, I love me some Rick Ross. I love Rose. I do. Trina was just recently, speaking of like the 305. Trina was just recently on Drink Champs. Again, because Drink Champs is trying to get away from the narrative that we talked about, and we'll talk about a little bit later, but the narrative that they only the all boys club and shit, which is true to a degree, kind of, sort of, because hip hop is a sport. It's just like that. It just is. It's just really like that. Anyway, but here's the zinger. Here's where you throw some shit in. Headline states Rick Ross says he has no interest in eating ass. It's not a Rose thing. Rose is a lover of many things when it comes to romance in the bedroom, but there's one thing he won't do with his significant other. In a recent interview, Rose said he has no interest in eating ass. I applaud you, sir. I already told y'all bitches that motherfucker shit will give you the pink eye. Don't do it. I've said it. I've said it on this show several times. I don't give a fuck. I have said the shit on the show.
Hella trifling. Yeah.
An interview with Beyond the Chair podcast, which debuted on YouTube last Friday, Rose revealed some of his bedroom turn-ons, and host Destiny, and this is why that got there. And Trishana, I hope that's how you say your name, sis, because that's a lot of syllables in this name. During their discussion, the Miami rhymer described his bedroom activities as a vibe. I want people to stop using that word too. I want y'all to start using your vocabulary a lot more. Let me tell you something. In my lifetime, okay, because I love English, I like words. I want people to stop using like all the time, because there are other similes and metaphors that are out there. Stop using like. Stop using bro for niggas that ain't really your bro. Girls, girls trying to be hard ass girls. Stop using bro.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
This shit sound like you smoke 30 Newports a day.
Like, bro,
stop it.
Like you a mechanic and shit.
Like bro, like on mamas, bro. Like, bitch, the fuck?
That shit is goofy. Yeah, yo, on them, on home. Like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, the fuck?
And then stop. Everything can't be a vibe. Everything can't be a vibe.
Listen.
Everything is a description of something cannot be a vibe, y'all.
And that's just the term that term is just thrown around so much. Like it's just ridiculous. That's funny. That's a word I don't even say. I just don't even
I
say it.
don't.
Like
It
it's
is
like
not in my It is not in my lexicon. Like I get it, and if it's brought to me, I may use it. But like the vibe. But when it's always like the vibes, yeah, because it's the vibes, and is it?
niggas be like, yeah, you know the vibes. No, I don't know the vibes.
No, I don't. I really. What are they?
What you talking about?
What are they?
Yo, you know the vibes. No, I
No, they
don't.
need more adjectives. I need more pronouns. I need nigga.
Sir,
I need all the things.
I don't even know you to know the vibes.
Thank you.
We can't even have this conversation, sir. Like, I've been out somewhere where I've heard somebody like, yo, come on, yo, you know the vibes. Who are you? The fuck you mean? Do I know the vibes? Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going home. Like now I'm leaving. Like I don't trust
niggas. Where the vibes?
Know the vibes. And then the vibes could be, yo, come in the bathroom. We want to snort some coke real quick. That could be the vibes and shit. That's what they.
It's the 80s again. It's the 80s again. It's the 80s again. I'm not doing this with you. I am not doing this with you today.
That's why you cannot use that term. Like niggas say, yo, you know the vibes, and they vibes be to do some real wild
ass shit.
We about to go in the bathroom and like take all of our shirts off and like snort coke off each other's backs. Like that's some people's vibe though. Like think about that. That's why I was like, you just can't like.
It's so specific though. Like,
specific. That's what they be doing, yo. It's really the white folk, yo. That's really what they be doing, yo. They be in the, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's a vibe. No, my nigga, it's not.
Nah, bro. Like everything.
A vibe to who? A vibe to who?
Exactly.
Not I said the black guy.
Yo, I can't be vibing like that, bro. Like it just
like no, bro. My bro, no, sir. You play with your nose. I don't, sir. I don't even like sneezing, my nigga.
And my allergies act up too bad, so that coke would have been everywhere.
Nigga, I don't like sneezing. Nigga, I don't like blowing my nose. So the fact that y'all niggas just like, damn, y'all hardcore.
And this is what I'm saying. So words mean things, and just be careful about how in which you use them, because a vibe. When people say the vibe, it's like a text message. I don't know the intent of what you mean about knowing these vibes.
Some people vibes them led to robberies. Think about that. Yo, come on, dummy. You know the vibes. Oh, word? All right, yeah, I'm about to get in the car with y'all. And they do pull up and hit a lick on a nigga like, yo, wait, what? I thought we was grabbing a bottle or something. Yeah, we are now.
Right.
Now you an accessory to a robbery and some other
whole time. Or a murder and shit. You didn't even what? All because you didn't know the vibes.
All because a nigga told you, yo, you know the vibes, and you agreed that you knew the vibes.
I need specificity when you telling me what these vibes are.
Now you doing 10 years for being accessory to murder. No, not even 10, nigga. You doing, nigga. Now you doing
40, 50 years and shit because you didn't even know.
Nigga said, "Oh yo, fuck it, I'm just gonna take all y'all down." Like, yeah, nah, bro.
Hey, yo.
You can't come to me and ever say that shit to me. I'm definitely like, nah, bro. I'm going home, or I'm not leaving the house. That's gonna be simple as that.
Let me tell you something. You see, you're getting older now, okay? And you are realizing your peace.
Like,
I'd be damned if I leave this house. I don't leave this house until you tell me exactly what we're doing.
Right. Like, yo, I need to know literally in detail. So when I leave out of here and I get around you, what is the actual plan from the time I link with you? Like, you got to have the next 3 hours planned, guaranteed. Right. You know, hey, I need to know. We just gonna leave from here and go down this place. Wait. Go where? No, it's just a spot that I know. I don't know it.
I don't. And furthermore, you know what? We can't drive together.
Right. So no, bro. You gonna
I can meet you there.
Yeah. Like you gonna have my shit? No. I'm gonna drive.
I got this. I
gotta be able to leave immediately when I'm gone. That's me, nigga. I'm gonna lift real quick. All right, what you doing, bro? I'm out, nigga. Fuck you up. I'm going home.
Oh, my lift around the corner. I gotta go,
nigga. I pay for electricity, Wi-Fi. You feel me? Even,
right.
Heat, AC, all that shit. I got YouTube premium people.
That's because I made you get the YouTube premium. I'm like, nigga,
no
these
ads.
Commercials is poverty.
Nigga, you think I'm ready to be outside? Nigga, you ain't ready to be outside, nigga? No, fuck.
I cannot, yo. The older that we get, and we're gonna get into some adulting situations, but that is one of them. The older that I get, the more that I'm like, absolutely the fuck. Where are we going?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Is it past 8:30? Because I'm ready to go to bed.
That's another thing too, yo. If it's all like, if you like, be courteous of when you're asking me to leave the house. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's like, all right, Joe, it's like 2 p.m. Yo, let's link up early, like 2 p.m. type shit, 2 p.m., 3 o'clock.
Totally different story.
That's acceptable because that means I had enough time to sleep in, wake up, be actually fully rested for the most part.
Right.
Now, don't hit a nigga phone like 7:30, like, yo, what you doing?
Not only that, right? Like, because that's very important too. Don't do it with the expectation that you automatically think I'm just gonna pop.
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna pop up. I'm ready to go. No, because you're going to be sadly, especially because I have my own car, you're gonna be sadly mistaken that I am going to be late.
Then it's
believe
like,
that,
yo,
and I'm gonna leave early. Believe
like,
that.
Yeah, yo, let's link up 7:30. You know, yo, what you doing is like 7:30. Nigga, hit your phone. You in the crib chilling. Then first of all, it's going to take you. You probably don't get to this person until about like 8 o'clock if you're not closer. So now that didn't already shaved off. Now in the back of my head, I'm like, all right, I'm definitely going home before 12 o'clock. Matter of fact, I'm going home before 10:30. Like,
matter of fact, I'm going home at 10:45.
Like, nigga, I'm not even ready to be out here that long. Then 10 o'clock, you like, all right, Joe, yeah, you know, I'm about to, I'm gonna have like another drink, and I'm dipping. Damn, you know, we better go to another spot, bro. I got shit to do. Like, nigga.
The only time it's like that, the only time it's different like that is when it's family. When it's my family, we'll be out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I have one central location of where I am, and I know I'm safe and trust. You know what I mean?
Exactly where you are. You're like, nigga,
the rest of the shit.
Especially with you, because y'all do all that shit in the house. Y'all don't need to leave at all.
It's true. We'll touch more on that in a minute. We will touch more on that in a minute. But anyway, moving back into the ratchet and ridiculous, but actually a really good corner. I usually don't. I used to trust Double XL for my hip hop source news, but I just don't know how I feel about it anymore because their freshman list has been subpar at best. However, they did have an article that I did like and wanted to go over, which was the 50 hip-hop albums with no weak songs.
That's an interesting topic.
It is. Let's start with that one.
Yeah, fire.
Okay. That one, for those that are actually listening to it, would be J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Is there a skip? Not a skip in your book?
J. Cole don't really have skips too much. His shit's really, that's because he take his time and penmanship and craftsmanship when he creating a masterpiece. That's where his projects are. His projects are masterpiece. They're not just a collage of tracks. His shit makes sense. So I don't even really. That's just a no-brainer, honestly. It's like seeing him, okay, we get, having him, all right, we get that. You feel me?
All right, so the next on my list is that.
I mean, come on, yo.
I mean, Pulitzer Prize winning Kendrick Lamar with Damn.
What number did they have?
So they did order them. I did not order them.
Oh, so you're picking out the ones that you specifically like, okay.
Yeah, because there were a lot of other things. There was like a Sticky Fingers one in there. It was a lot. It was kind of a lot going on there. And again,
Sticky Fingers.
This is what I'm saying. So everything is subjective.
Sticky Fingers. What the fuck?
I still have this overlay up and I can't see your face, but I already know what that looks like. I already know what that looks like. All right, we're gonna move on. I can't. Fuck you. I cannot. All right.
Sticky, hold up. No. That's disrespectful.
No, we're moving on from that. We're going here. Do you know what that is, though?
No, I don't.
Oh, Big Baby. That's that boy Pusha.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
With Daytona. Yes. Daytona was a fucking beast. Now, it's fucked up because, again, this particular picture is the Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown hotel room and shit when it was trashed.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Moving on from that, we have Common with B. one of my all-time favorite. I can listen to this album now from beginning to end.
I feel like Common. The thing with Common is that it's Common. Like Common is in a category of his own, in my opinion. Personally, I don't really see. I don't
this
see.
Was actually, but that was actually the good old Kanye days, like
college dropout Kanye,
college dropout,
like
late registration
right.
kind of days, where you're like, oh, every song slapped on this album.
Right.
Yep. Maxine, my wife even loves this album.
Yeah. See.
Yep. Onto the hood shit, but I love a good, look, Dirty Sprite 2 with Future.
I mean, honestly, to me, the thing with Future to me, personally, and this is just me personally, it's his beat selection that I'm really drawn to. I don't really care for his music.
And that's what I'm saying. And this is why a lot of that is subjective when you really think about it, because it's like, yo, what do you hold this under in the category?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now this for you. I don't know how you feel about it, but Into the Woo.
Come on, man.
36 Chambers.
And I don't really and I genuinely don't even like. I'm very selective with the Woo members that I actually like, that I will actually listen to. You know, but that's one thing that's deadly about them as a collective, is that as a collective they're deadly, and individually they're deadly. Like they individually have fire, and as a group they have fire. It's like it ain't no hit or miss for real. And that
was what the ASAP mob was, or was trying to be.
Yeah, because it's a couple of them that was kind of like lacking. I mean, you could already tell back.
But you can say that about Woo too.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like with the Woo, you had the ones that was underlooked. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to be honest with ASAP, Rocky and Ferg, they really were the face of. They were like the heavy hitting ASAP members, honestly.
Yeah.
And it showed in their music compared to the other members. But with Woo, is that you just had the members who were so primarily looked at, that you had like the Inspector Dex, who is known, niggas know he fire, but he still, in my opinion, is underrated compared to Ghostface, compared to, Riz. Like, it's just certain of these members in that group specifically, everybody flocked to. That's just what it is about that. That's just how. I mean, but either way, it's still the Woo. The niggas, when they're a collective, ain't none of them counted out. It's like all y'all nasty. You feel
that
me?
Is true. This.
Oh yeah, come on now.
Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor.
Come on now.
Because when I remember when Kick Skate Push came out, and I was like, "What is this?" Yeah. I was like, what is this?
He got some real fire ass songs, yo. One of the songs that was hard was Go Go Gadget, yo.
Boy, I love Go Go Gadget. Damn, I'm showing my name and everything.
Yeah, Lupe, yeah. It's so funny that you mentioned Lupe, because the song I told you that I made yesterday, when you get a chance to hear it, I sent it to you already, but when you get a chance to hear it, when I played it, when I got to work today, Jay was like, yo, your shit remind me of this. And he played Lupe Fiasco's Dead Presidents song. He was like, yo, this is exactly how your shit is like written like that, like perfectly like that. And I was like, damn, that's a compliment.
Absolutely. This is goated for life.
I mean,
with Drake, Take Care. And I would venture to say that the other album is going to be there too. When he told niggas that you need to catch up for the Honestly Nevermind.
Oh yeah.
I hate to say it, niggas.
We have a lot of these niggas trying to jump into this realm.
That's what I'm saying. But he's already been doing it. Like, I was actually talking with my brother and my brother Mark, and I was like, yo, actually Mark was right. Drake's already been doing this. That soca sound, all of that stuff, like, it's just been there. It's just him now jumping into the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta remember, he did like a song here and there.
Right.
Like the entire project resembles that now. So it's like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Like, I mean, all he's showing is that he a mainstream killer. That's it. All he's showing is like, nigga, I can still do this, and guess what? And still sell out. I don't really think it's like it ain't really nothing to really discuss. It's Drake.
Right. And right now with the honestly never mind, like people are like, yo, I can vibe to it from beginning. Now that's when you use vibe, but I can vibe to it from beginning to end.
You know, it's funny. I saw something. Irv Gotti. They had a video of Irv Gotti, and I guess they asked him about how he felt about that, about the album. And Irv Gotti was like, honestly, yo, that album makes me just want to go find, like, want to bring back real hip hop. That's literally what he said.
See?
Like he said that album makes me want to go. I guess because he wasn't feeling it. He's like, we need real hip hop back. He said like. He said, like, it's not here. We need to go back. He said that make him want to just go back and, like, bring that together and bring back a real, like, but it's like, yo, at the end of the day, bro, time is going to continue to go. You can't say, yo, that's like saying, yo, listen, yo, I want to bring back a fucking, The Firm. Bro, listen, besides
and let me say this to that real hip hop comment. That ain't always true. I'm gonna be honest with you. Did you know Method Man had an album out recently?
No, hell no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is my point. Like, he has an album out recently.
Yeah, but also
exactly. You saw the crickets?
Yeah, but the problem with that is that we're talking about an individual who probably has his own idea of what he thinks hip hop is. So
and not only that, you also talking about the same nigga. How can you be mad about it when you talked about the same nigga that you brought, which was Ja, who rapped and sang on the track? So what makes this any different?
Go get that nigga. Go get him. You know, yo, we need to do this again because I want to bring back hip. I feel like people just be talking just to be relevant.
That's just like with, since we still on the honestly never mind situation. That's just like, because we're both from Baltimore. Like, how many niggas had an issue with the sound of it because the person that curated it or was producing wasn't directly from Baltimore. We always have this issue, and I have a problem with this because I brought this to light to you the last time, and I do want to say it again. I want the fuck niggas that don't have nothing, aren't doing anything, aren't making any real noise to do what you do best and shut the fuck up. The reason why is because y'all did the same shit with TT the artist. You did the same exact thing with TT. Because TT's originally from Florida, you feel me? She couldn't be influenced by the sound and love the sound and want to highlight the sound in a positive way.
You know what's even crazier about that? Now thinking about it, is that some of the individuals that had a lot to say about Drake shit was the same individuals that didn't say nothing about TT shit.
That part.
So here's my thing, is like, and primarily because these are niggas who was involved. You see, this is what we come back to, is these fronting ass niggas. Like, you wasn't involved. That really be the actual issue. It ain't really the niggas who start doing this, they be mad because they wasn't involved in that Drake album. Right. That's why niggas be mad.
Right.
That's why, because that's like, so like, for example, my little man's Pyrex, who I started with music back then. Back then, when I dropped out of high school and I started him with music and shit, he with 808 Mafia now. And guess what? I'm proud of him because he took it serious. And he the only person I ever dedicated that time to do that. And he wasn't playing around with that shit. He with 808 Mafia right now with Southside of them. And what's funny is this. That's like me being mad because he taking part in certain things that, because I'm not involved in it, but I had a hand in the. It don't make. It's like, yo, I look at it like you a hater for real.
You a hater,
because at the end of the day,
you a hater.
That's like it. And listen, what I do understand is this. Okay, yeah, yo, you should have got somebody from Baltimore, blah blah. Okay, all right, I do get that argument. I understand that, but if you gonna say that, then say you should have got somebody from Baltimore to direct Dark City Beneath the Beat, not TT the artist.
Right.
Wait, or Issa Rae.
Right. But
So,
and here's the thing. So we mad at Issa, but you do realize that Issa lived in like PG County. So she was in Maryland. So it wasn't like she always been Hollywood.
Okay, but look, that become the argument because this specific artist, they're saying that he's from Frederick, Maryland, not Baltimore. He's not from Baltimore, Maryland. He's not from the city. That's really what niggas say. He ain't from the city.
So
and look, and one of the biggest things was that this specific producer, apparently, he never ever actually, his name used to be DJ Carnage or some shit. I never heard of him, but apparently he never actually ever like put on for Baltimore ever. Apparently,
right.
Allegedly. That niggas could be saying that because once again they ain't have a hand in this creation. Like now, I can promise you, if any of these niggas would have had like even if they like sat in the same room and like added a snare or a hat with this production, this shit wouldn't be getting said.
And not only that, you gotta look at it like that. You gotta look at it like this. The fucked up part about it is a lot of times people from this city shoot themselves in it. And I'm not shitting on my city. I love my city. I do. But a lot of times they shoot themselves in the foot. So where this project was taking place and nobody else knew about it until you find and now had to do the research on this nigga, I can guarantee you a Baltimore nigga would have been telling you that, yo, I'm out here working with Drake and da-da-da-da. I can guarantee that would have been a case when Drake would have been like, yo, I want to NDA this. I don't want nobody to know nothing until it's done, until the artwork is finished. And I can guarantee you a Baltimore nigga would have fucking spilt the shit immediately. And that's part of the problem. Anyway, moving on from Drake, because we'll be here all day about that shit, because that shit is the thing. We definitely got that good old late registration.
Yeah, that's hot.
Now, here's my thing.
That is a heavy hitter.
It is. Actually, that is one of my. I had to go back to this album though. I really did. I'm not gonna lie to you because I was very much so into Graduation and College Dropout, but I really didn't get into this album at first, and I had to go back. But when I went back, I'm like, yeah, yo. And Kanye will be in this list a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. He will be. And the only thing I think I didn't put in this list and was not in the list that is also fire, now that I think about it, is Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo was slept on. Life of Pablo is a banger. And shout out to my homegirl because Stephanie made me listen to it. And I was like, because I was at that time because Yeezus had came out and shit. I'm like, look, I'm done.
Right.
The black skinhead shit. I was like, look, okay, it's too far. It's too far for me. But she made me listen to Life of Pablo, and I was like, ooh, Kanye, I want to hate you, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's good though. It is definitely that. This Little Kim Hardcore. It was on their list. I did not personally add this to the list, but is a classic from beginning to end. And my favorite song on that bitch is Drugs.
I sampled that shit. It's funny. I just sent that beat off too. I just sent that beat off to somebody to see if they snip it and see if they was gonna fuck with it. But it's funny. I was just I forgot who else I played that for, but I was like, yeah, I sampled this song, and I mean, obviously Kim sampled the two from. I forgot the original actual song.
Yeah, it's a sample. It's a shit. I can't remember.
Was it Shaft?
Something like that. It's in
it was vein. Shaft. I think it was a Shaft. It's a Shaft sample. The original Shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because when I first made that beat, actually on my laptop right now, the original name of it is Shaft. I remember because I heard the Lil Kim. I never heard Lil Kim Drugs before.
Right, because I brought that to your attention.
Yeah, and then I went on YouTube and looked up on who sampled and put that song in, and it brought the original Shaft theme song. That was actually part of the Shaft song. So that's a Shaft sample.
And I like Mafia Land off of that shit. That shit go hard. I gotta let you hear Mafia Land. That was my shit. So yes, shout out to Kim, and shout out to Kim for being one of the only other females on this list, which we talked about earlier. Like, it's sad. There are some other rap girls with a replay value who shall remain nameless because y'all already know what it is if you follow the show. However, we're gonna move forward. The Clips, Hell Have No Fury.
Yeah, I mean that's just that's just classic. You feel me?
It's timeless. The shit is timeless.
Like,
And actually on Push's new album, there is a song with him and No Malice. Sorry, I was about to call him Malice, but No Malice. And what I also love the rappers who have found God in a certain kind of way, and they still tell you that they can body. You feel what I'm saying to you? Because like No Malice's verse was, he can rap, but that's just like when Shine came back on for the P Diddy tribute on BET, and I was like, yo did his whole verse, but changed and flipped everything to fit his religion and his religious belief. Even just like the wording of it all, because like I think one part was like when Nicky Barnes busting and loading me, but instead he turned it into when Nicky Barnes is blessed and then loaded me. You know what I'm saying? So instead of the bus part, it became blessed. But I was just like, yo, in that moment, I'm like, oh damn, wait, hold up. It is still hard because it's like, because your hip hop doesn't resemble where you are now, you still gave the same thing and rewrote a whole verse for that.
I mean, that's what that's what niggas. That's another thing nowadays. It's just like people are expecting to still hear the same. Like, and I always bring this up every time we talk about this. It's like Jay-Z and Reasonable Doubt. It's like, why? Like, it's 2022. If Jay-Z was the same person at all, like if Jay-Z was to drop a Reasonable Doubt right now, I'm gonna listen to it. It's Jay. He in my top. That's my top. But I'm automatically gonna come into it with a mentality like,
what bro, the fuck is going on?
If this shit sound like 96, bro, we got a problem because you Billy J. You Billy. Like, what's better than one Billy, two? You got B. Y'all built the Billy squad. Like, I need to hear nothing there. I need to hear nothing that sounds you feel me?
Exactly. So classic and iconic for Good Kid, Mad City. Like, there's nothing to even say about that.
Oh yeah,
we got that good old Kevin Gates.
That was like, when did that come out?
2015, 16-ish, I think. Dang, something like that.
That's like around the time I went to PA. Was about to.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Now the next two, they only put one on the list, but it cannot go hand in hand. Where you have this, DMX's Dark and Hell is Hot, a forever classic from beginning to end, and then 6 months later you get this, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. Ain't no way.
I just thought about that. He did two. He did more than one album with
two platinum selling albums released within 6 months of each other.
Yeah, so
the nigga
who else has even done that?
No one. I appreciate them.
Thought about that. Who the hell else? Who the hell else even did that? Like, drop an album. Right, drop an album, go platinum. 6 months later, drop an album, go platinum again, and all before the year is over. Like, that's some flexing shit right there.
Exactly. Then you got this Young Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101.
That shit is hilarious, bro.
Absolute classic.
These covers, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, I know, right? This Notorious B.I.G.
You know what's funny? I had a discussion with my coworkers, because like I said, I'm the young buck with these cats, and they older than me and shit. And I was having a discussion with them about that, and they was talking about Biggie and shit. And I was like, Biggie, he not in my top 5 or my top 10. He can't be. And and then my coworker was like, yeah, I agree. He said, he don't even have a big enough catalog for me to, put him technically. He don't. He doesn't. He got now. He has good heavy hitting songs. Technically, his albums are like start to finish all heavy hitters. Every song, technically.
Right. But you know what? Okay, so here's why Big continues to be in people's top, even though a lot of times it's not. But the reason that Big continues to be in people's top is because of the legacy that it's led, the samples that have come after. You know what I'm saying to you? So when you're looking at a time frame of when Ready to Die first came out, we're coming off of an era of like the NWAs a little bit. You know, I'm sorry, we're coming into the era with the NWAs a little bit and all that good stuff. But we're also coming out of that dance kind of hip hop, MC Hammer, you know, Kwame and the Polka Dots and this, that, and the third. And now you got this nigga from New York that is doing it. So New York holds big. If your name is Big, they hold you in a big regard. Big L, Big Pun, and Biggie.
Yep.
Like, and that's just it just is the way that it is. However, I think the reason that Biggie's legacy is so good is because, yes, people have made it, they've capitalized off of it. But you had people that were smart enough to be in his corner and continuously tell his story so it never dies. You feel what I'm saying to you? And he also had children. And that made it different.
That's what sucks to me about Pun. Because so Pun is in my top, is my number one, because number one, he influenced a lot of my rap style, like how lyrical I am, how like genius I can put certain things together. Like, and people hear it and be like, yo, how the fuck did you even do that? This literally from me studying Pun, like listening to his lyrics and reading the lyric videos. Like, damn, this is what he actually said. Like, and you know, and don't get me wrong, Biggie got some hard shit too, but however, with both of them, they actually kind of share the same legacy, because Pun don't even have enough projects to actually, he don't. I know he don't. He just influenced me on what, you know, as far as lyrically and shit, like what I'm doing now. Big got hits and shit like that too. Same thing with Pac. Well, Pac kind of got
and look, and
more
so
of a catalog.
It's weird. So, but here's the thing. Just like you said, where Pun influenced you, Big influenced me. So there's a lot of times where you'll hear, and I've done it, and I've rapped with you, and I've been like, like I do that in homage. You know what I'm saying, to what Big's legacy is, and I feel like he's done it with a lot of people. But when you get like the Biggie duets, and just imagining taking his years after he was dead, and other people being able to rap on them, and they still melodiously and melodically go over brand new beats. That's epic. That's iconic. And I think that's why he phases that level. Now, when you talk about Tupac, though, my issue with Pac is that his legacy is wrong. His legacy is done wrong because there was no one in there to hold it. His sister really wasn't involved like that. Jada can't get involved like that for numerous amounts of reasons.
His mother, all basically fugitives.
His mother's gone.
Yeah, like they all his lineage was basically fugitives, technically.
And not to mention the fact, like, his mother was a recovering addict, so on and so forth. So it's really hard to kind of get the ball rolling on it. And this is why that All Eyes on Me movie was trash versus the Notorious B.I.G. movie, because there was more money, more backing for Big's movie, and this particular movie for the Notorious B.I.G. felt like you had Biggie telling you a story. You feel what I'm saying? To you? Which was exactly what Ready to Die was.
I've realized over time, the more like I got into the more I started doing music, I've realized, like, because you know, at the end of the day, the biggest shit is Biggie Pac.
Right.
And look, I don't care. Like, look, you know what's funny? If you really sit back right now and think about the two, like the most compared artists of all time in history, Biggie and Pac, Jay and Nas, simple.
Right.
And you know first of all, I don't think Pac didn't even really have enough people, like you said, to even be able to tell his story in the first place.
And the fact that they told the fucking story from jail actually was what pissed me off. That was what pissed me off the most.
I still have not seen that movie, and I don't plan on seeing it.
That's fine. I still have to show you.
I saw Prim. Shout out to Prim. Prim said cinema. Shout out
Yes,
to
we
him.
love Prim. We love
Baltimore
Prim.
native. Baltimore native. He's fucking hilarious. He
Fucking
does all the
hilarious.
movies. If you want to watch some hilarious show, Prim's Hood Cinema. That's Primm. He's fucking hilarious. I big up the black. I'm a straight up.
I love it.
I watched his video on yo. I was like, when I watched his,
bad.
when I watched it, I was like, all right, yeah, that's exactly why I'm not watching. Now I
Yeah,
did watch
it's
Notorious
so
though. I saw Notorious. That was actually a pretty very decently. It was decent. It was done pretty well. Like
I mean, you can't really tell somebody's life in only like 2 hours. But for what they got what they got, and a lot of it is stuff that like for instance, even when you get to these biopics, like today, I got my TLC shirt on. You feel what I'm saying to you?
Right.
Like VH1 killed that fucking crazy, sexy, cool shit. Like that shit was awesome. And you're talking about from a fan perspective, from a nigga that was like, yes, I love it, I needed this. Like, so they got that right. There have been so many. This is why we also we don't speak about that the devil, which is Lifetime. There have been a lot of biopics that have been horrible.
A lot of biopics that should have not even existed in the first place.
Yo, like the Aaliyah one.
I mean, yeah, I don't get that. Like it's some of it, like once again, like you said, capital monetization. Like they're gonna do shit just to make $1. They don't actually give a fuck about Aaliyah. Come on now, be real.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, nigga, we gonna put this out for the individuals. They really making money off of y'all. The die hard fans.
When I tell you that night that it aired, because we were hardcore fans, you have to think about it. Because I am 11 years your senior, it's one of those things where it's like, yo, oh yeah, I remember back in the day and all of this stuff. The nostalgia came for like the TLC movie. The nostalgia came to me from the Big movie. But seeing an Aaliyah movie, and I was like, y'all ain't got the rights to the music. Like, we fucking up there. Let's just start there. You can't do a musician situation and not have the rights to the music. How the fuck does that work?
Yo, and it's crazy, right? I sit back now and I take heed, severe heed, to all of these cruddy ass up and coming movies and biopics and shit where I hear these stories about, yo, this happened to this artist. This happened to this artist. Oh yeah, this artist, like the TLC story about how they basically got raped music, like business,
like financially wise.
That shit is like, they had 100 points to an album. They only got to keep like 4 points.
4 points. But the thing about it is, and this is what a lot of times artists need to understand and realize. When you look at that shit back in the day, that was common practice. That's why we are now, we've changed what common practice looks like. This is why a lot of artists will come on shows like this and our platforms will be like, yeah, sometimes I'm all about the independent because I'm getting all the coin. There's no real such thing as back end. There's not really a such thing as back end, because if your shit don't work, then there's no back end to give you.
Yep, and it's to the point now, times have changed. Like now, you don't the real individuals that's actually fighting musically right now, like with their career, you either got the actual hip hop legends from back then that are trying to still get their masters to their shit,
and the publishing.
And then you got the younger crowd who just get fucked off the gate because they don't even know what they're doing. They just see, yo, we throw $250,000 advance at you, and that's the most money you ever seen your whole family ever seen.
The word is advance. We are advancing this money in the hopes that it is coming back to us.
I wish it look. It's funny, right? Because I was talking to my coworker, and I was like, I was talking to Jay. And I was like, yo, if I sign a deal at all, it's gonna be distribution deal. Because I do everything myself. That all the label, and I know this is from my brother being signed to a label, is that they their label's different compared to all these other shady ass labels.
Right.
Like, all that studio time, they book the most expensive places, they book buying beats, all that shit is all stuff you gotta pay back. Like you gotta make that back in product, in your album, in your content. And if you don't make that shit back, guess what, bro? You owe some coin. So
Right.
nigga done gave you a $250,000 advance, bro, and you done went and bought Gucci, Louis, Prada, Fendi, car, crib. Was it? I saw an interview where Beanie Siegel was talking about the expenses. He was
Right.
like, yeah, this is all we get right here. So if you only got, say you get 100,000, I think I'm just hypothetically saying, but this is basically what he was saying. Like, I'm using 100,000 as my point of reference.
As the baseline, right?
Right. He's like, so you got 100,000, you got to take that. You gonna want to get a crib, you gonna want to get a crib. You want to get something, a little nice. So you're gonna pay that. You're what you gonna be paying. You might be paying 2,000 a month. So you gotta kick that in the expense. You want to get you a nice car. That's gonna be like 40K. So look, you're gonna pay the 40K for that. Like, he was literally dwindling down the expenses to where he was like, all right, crib paid, you got your crib, you got your car, you got clothes, and he was like, yeah, and you in the hood, so you gotta look out for your homeboys, you gotta get them money,
niggas. Right?
So now he like, now you done did all of that, and all you left with is like 20,000. You can't even really. I was like, bruh.
Not only that, that's just like what you was talking about with the TLC thing. That's how Left Eye broke it down. And you talking about, so mind you, Bean said 20,000 and you one person. Imagine you getting 50,000 each person that you're splitting, which is like 150,000 for 3 people. Bruh. But on the front end, what it looked like, you got Waterfalls out. They already on the second album making billions of dollars, and y'all still driving around in Toyota RAV4s out this bitch. Getting clowned at the club.
Whole label eating off of you.
These niggas eat good off of you. This industry is so many things. It is all of those things. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, but that's why I'm not playing that type of shit no more. Like, you and I feel it's funny. I talk to people, and they see my zeal with my music. And how I talk so passionately about this shit. And I be explaining to niggas like, bro, I did this shit free for the majority of my career as a musician. Free. Recording my own home, never getting a dime. Niggas, like, I'm basically niggas' music slave. Yo, put me in the booth, or yo, send me this. I did that shit for so long, bro. I'm not doing that shit no more. So when I hit you,
I mean, if you really look at it, it spent over a decade.
Bro, literally, I didn't make no real money off of a beat until
2018, 19.
Until I got with the Gold Room.
Right, which was about 2018, 2019.
Yeah, right. Like, from the first location, when I actually started meeting certain people, that's when I started making real bread off of beats. Real, where a nigga be like, yo, what's your price? I ain't never had a nigga ask me that. Like, whereas like, yeah, yo, this is I was coming up with so many different numbers, like, oh, well, look, and I was coming up with numbers according to my situation at the time. All right, look, I need a couple dollars. Hey, look, I'll let this go for 80. 80, you sure? Like, niggas are asking me that, huh? For that? Right. Like, yeah, yo, 80, blah, blah, No, now, listen, I got everything. No, nigga, you want exclusive 1,500. I'm straight up. And I'm okay with not selling you the beat. So I'm not thirsty either. 1,500 for that shit. If you're not trying to pay it, keep it moving, yo. And that
was the big thing. That was a big thing that you and I have had offline conversations about. I was like, yo, know your worth, know your time, because these niggas is not going to be about shit. And I'm grateful that once we got together within that 2017, we get to 2018, 2019 years, like, you got the opportunity to be in those spaces to do that shit. Because that shit, for the longest time, I'm like, why are you underselling yourself?
Yeah, facts.
Why are you understand? Like, yo, it is so cold. The beats that you sent me that I did for the advertisement before the show, I'm like, damn, this goes so well with this. I put it to 2 before I actually sent out those advertisements. I put that shit to 3 different things, and I'm like, yo, it went with everything. Yeah, it went with everything. So your work speaks for itself. So I'm like, yo, never underestimate your goddamn self. That is it. That's just bottom line. We do need to move on. We playing, but this is also a classic.
I mean, come on now.
Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Again, from beginning to end with hip hop and R&B merged together.
Because she could actually out rap niggas and out sing females and niggas.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, another one of my all-time favorites, which birthed, even though my girl is monstered out, but it birthed Monster. So that is one of my favorites. A Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. That one was a good one. And then absolutely finally, with no equivocation.
Yeah, come on now. Look, I ain't gonna lie, you low-key could have threw Black Album on there. You low-key could have threw American Gangster. You could have threw.
Oh, I love American Gangster.
Yo, and look, this is why Jay so damn legendary. Like, niggas really played with American Gangster, and that album was hard as shit. It was movie music.
No, and that's the whole thing. The funny thing about it is that is a soundtrack. That is not considered. It's not considered under an album. It's a soundtrack.
That was hard. Kingdom Come was actually hard too. Very underrated. Very underrated, yo. Kingdom Come was tough. Like, yo,
Blueprint 2.
Come on now. 2. Like, yo, stop playing with my nigga Jay, yo. I'm gonna say it again, yo. He part of the Billy Squad. You know, stay tuned. You know, I got a feature coming soon with Jay. I'm just putting it out there because that's
manifest destiny.
You know,
manifest
destiny. You know, I'm praying for that. I got a lot. You know, I got some shit in the works, and I'm shooting for that. I'm shooting for that. You know, and just funny. I'm worthy of a Jay feature, straight up. I don't give a fuck if nobody know me. Let me get close enough to this man where he can actually hear my shit, yo.
Right.
I'm telling you.
All right. So lastly, in our Ratchet and Ridiculous, this made me happy. I'm fucking excited. Okay, I want this. I need this. Drake announces Young Money reunion concert with the Big Three.
Oh shit!
Which means it's him, Wayne, and Nicki.
Yep.
What? Yep. What? I'm gonna read this article because this shit made me happy. Drake will take the stage with Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj as part of a Young Money reunion in Toronto next month. The concert was announced as part of Drake's October World Weekend Road to OVO Fest, a series of 3 events from July 28th to August 1st in his hometown. You'd be like, Troy, you going to Toronto? Just wait. The festival kicks off with the all-Canadian North Stars at History on Thursday, July 28th, followed by Chris Brown and Little Baby's One of Them Ones tour on Friday, July 29th at the Budweiser stage. It caps off with the long-awaited Young Money reunion on Monday, August 1st at the Budweiser stage. This will mark the first time the trio has shared the stage in years. The most recent reunited last year with the Seeing Green off of the Beam Me Up Scotty reissue. Back in March, Nicki teased the Big Three tour with her Young Money brother. Yes, of course, quote, yes, of course, that's been discussed many times. Really, it's a matter of timing, end quote. Additionally, Drake revealed that he plans to bring OVO Fest across the world as part of a 2023 tour. I'm here for it.
He coming to be more.
Nigga, hello. You better. He better. Let me tell you something.
Rams head, nigga.
If it's DMV, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. If he's anywhere between DC, Maryland, and Virginia with this tour, I'm going.
I feel like if he actually goes anywhere DMV, he gonna go straight to DC.
Right. I'll go out there. I went out there for the On the Run 2 tour.
Yeah, that's DC. I'm with that shit too, nigga. What?
I'm with that too. I love DC. I do. DC actually shit. DC should frighten you. DC is worse than us. Like, fuck that. They hood is real.
Niggas like this shit.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I cannot wait for that. I will be there for that fucking tour. Like, now, you want to talk about getting me out of the house for a tour or within a crowd of people?
You said I'm there. That one.
That's my moment. Okay. I get to see all 3 of the celebrities that I love. Like, I love seeing people in bundles. I like to get them in the bundle. I realize I really have not gone to concerts that have not had them in bundles.
Nigga, I
Like
never
I've
been to
seen
a
Jay and
concert.
Mary, I've seen Mary and Nas, I've seen Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yep.
I think the only concert I've ever gone to that didn't have a bundle was Usher. That was it. Like it wasn't.
What was that?
That was
never
the
mind.
Confessions tour. That was when that came to Baltimore.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was probably the only time I've ever gone to a concert that was not the case. But yes, you want to get me outside?
Nigga said.
Now I'd be outside for that. So yeah, but that is our wretched and ridiculous segment. Now on to the topic of this adulting shit, okay? No, nigga, I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I don't want to do this shit no more.
Nigga, you tired?
I'm fucking tired. Fucking tired.
Nigga, you tired?
Bruh.
How we hanging on? Like,
bruh. I don't know. What I think I'm more mad about is like just financially, it is the rat race of rat racing. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I gotta scrape and claw and try to get some money and try to do this and do. And it's like every time I look at the check, I'm like, oh, it's gone. Okay, it's gone.
Nigga,
can I catch it?
That shit was gone before it hit your account.
Oh,
yes, that's the life we live. That's the life we live in now. Like, nigga, I mean, listen. One thing I strongly feel, you know, that I won't ever change my mentality on, yo, is that as long as my motherfucking bills paid, yo, I don't even look at it as being broke. I look at it as motherfucker, I got my priorities in check. Nigga, yeah, I got a few, I got a couple dollars to my name, and I might, I need to make something shake real quick to have some fallback money or whatever the case is. Guess what? Rent paid, BGE paid, renter's insurance paid. Nigga, ain't shit getting cut off in here.
That's what I'm saying. and I applaud you for that because, okay, now granted, I know that's the industry I work in, and for real, it's crazy because me teaching you these lessons are the lessons that I had to learn. And I mean had to learn. Like about shit getting cut off, being in the dog, all that shit.
You and Maxine, nigga, from them horror stories, you and her, yo, y'all niggas was going through.
But not only just that, not only, not the horror stories of it all, but it was the learning lessons. You feel what I'm saying to you? And I'm glad that we learned those lessons then and not have to deal with them lessons now, because here's the thing now, it is not a game. Nigga, let me tell you when I knew my adult petty was on petty. I pulled up to the motherfucking Exxon, and this is while we're in the midst of the gas prices just skyrocketing. When I tell you, I looked over at the goddamn pump, I looked over to my goddamn right, I said, I know good damn well that shit don't say $6.
Nigga say, nigga, this is an apocalypse, nigga. $6, nigga.
When I tell you my motherfucking ass peeled, I have never peeled off from a gas station so hard. You would have thought that I did a drug bust. How mad I was.
Nigga felt nigga saw that gas pump. $6. $6, nigga. This nigga scurred off.
That shit said $5.99. In my mind, that is $6. Fuck that. That's $6.
Yo, did the angry baby father pull off? Nigga,
it was like that. Yo, it was so like that. It was so like that. I was like,
niggas probably sitting back. Niggas probably like, damn, he all right? What's wrong with him? Like, nigga, gas too high.
And it was people out there. So then the whole thing is, I went down to the rural farms where I was at almost $2 less. I said, see, and this is why. And this is why they got my money. This is why places that multitask like this have gotten my money, because y'all fuck ass niggas at the Exxon. $6.
That's a lot.
But then it's just like, yo, I like we talked about earlier about being an adult. Like, no, when I'm tired, I lays the fuck down,
bruh. You got. Listen, I low key have the same routine every single day, unless I got some real live important shit I do. I got, especially now with having a studio, we know I gotta eventually all right, I gotta go to the studio, do some shit there, like check something out, and come back here. But for the most part, nigga, when I get off work, I pull YouTube up, nigga. That's my nigga. I ain't look. It's it ain't even gonna be easy to it's gonna be you're not getting me out the house once I get home from work.
No.
On some G shit, like unless it's something that's like unless it's some fam related type shit where it's like okay,
and even that,
even with that, I'm picky about that. So it's like depending on what it is and who it is. All right, but on some just regular, no, my nigga, like yo, I just got off work, bro. I'm in the house.
When I tell you that in 2022, I have bought a is it down there? It's still down there. I bought a agenda to at least organize myself. Now, I haven't used it in a couple of months because I've been kind of, on the grind and very much so in my motivation bag. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Bruh, but when I tell you I utilized it to be like, if it is not on this list, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. If it is not on this list, I cannot do it.
I mean, listen, man, at this point, bruh, it's a lot. Like now it's like, bruh, I really don't got time for nothing. Like,
nothing.
I don't got, and like it's like, okay, look, we got a business now that me and my brother trying to put together, and like I still got to take my black ass to work in the morning, and then I still got to do the show, and then I still gotta do other life shit. It's like
I have to wash my ass.
Yeah, wash clothes. Like, thank God I just did
I literally have to set it on an agenda to do so. Like, if I have to work on Saturday, like, I have to make sure that I've at least started it on the laundry on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? To get it ready if I got to work on Monday. Like, luckily, I didn't have to work today, but still, just in general, I have to do these things. Like, it has to be that way.
Listen,
and becoming an adult, you do this more and more often.
Man, listen, it's like the mentality that I've grown to have now, especially knowing where I came from. You feel me?
Right.
Like, not having no agenda. Like, literally, like, okay, I ain't got shit to do. I'm just out. I'm out this bitch. Like, whatever somebody wanted to do, I was with it because this is like what the fuck else with it. But now it's like, sir, I got a whole business now. I got a whole no real shit. Also real shit, yo. It's like I ain't got the time, yo. Like, yo, we trying. It's funny, my man's hit me up. One of my homies hit me up and shit, and he wanted to do something, and I was like, look, I can't, I can't really do it. And it's more so for me, I'm not really necessarily like mad about it.
Right.
I'm not mad that I can't do shit. Let me say that. That's the best way to put it. I'm not mad that I can't do things because the grind that I'm on right now, especially with, have now me and my brother have a whole fucking business to pay for now, whole studio that we got to build up, that we got to bring business in to having this stuff now it's like, all right, I'm okay. All right, yo, I can't go out. So fucking what? Like, and then on top of that, first of all, I can count on my fingers who could even get me out the house anyway. So
right, what you talked about before.
So that's it. So off the break, I'm not really pissed because at the end of the day, it's only certain people who will call me and be like, "Yo, get dressed," or "Yo, other than that, it's like, bro, I got actual shit to do. Like
because I've done it. I had to pull up on his ass.
Like you remember, like but Jay too, like Jay Murdoch, they like niggas be like, yeah, bro, come on, yo.
But that's only based on the fact that like I had to pull up on you because what we have to do as adults is to also start getting to a point of celebrating us. You feel what I'm saying? To celebrating the accomplishments because this shit, damn, I had something in my house, so that's why I took off my glasses. But celebrating the accomplishments that we have. You feel what I'm saying? To celebrating the accomplishments and being like, yo, we did this shit. And your birthday is an accomplishment. You're here. You went around the sun another 365. You did that shit. Yeah, so yes, you have we gonna celebrate it. You get a whole week in some way, shape, or form. Because everybody can't do it on the day. Everybody can't do it on the day of, but you can get a week where it'd be like, yo, let me take you out this night. Let somebody else take you out that night.
Facts.
But the older that you get, sometimes you be like, look, check this out. All y'all need to come together.
Bro, listen, one
together.
of the hardest things was trying to like, just in general now, it's like I still want to make time to deal with individuals who I care about. And it's like, I feel like, you know, now it's more, I feel like it's actually kind of harder, and this is my reasoning why. I feel like it's harder now because being in the position that I'm in now and doing the things I'm doing now, the individuals that aren't, like, you know, we move around. Like, you know, it's a, you know, like, we're not individuals who just sit and do nothing. Like, we got, and even when you see our asses right here sitting down, nigga, that's because we done already did an eight and skated, and then did, you know, this is like we earned this time to not do shit. So it's like,
let me, and this is not shit. This is work.
Yeah, we still working. Nigga, look, it's so funny, right? When I got off, I told Jay, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta do the show. Because Jay was like, yeah, so what you got planned today? I was like, shit. And then I said that, I was like, oh no. wait. I said, wait, we gotta record. Like, you know, like we still look, get off work, gotta work. It's just what it is. It's like I don't have time.
It's been a thing.
I don't got time to be bullshitting around. I'm not running the streets. I ain't chasing no goofy ass thoughts. None of that shit. Like, nigga, I'm working. Building and nigga, you and you gonna see, like, you gonna see. I ain't got, you know, it's like you gonna continue to see, because my focus ain't on that.
I think the big thing, I think one of the big things, especially as black men, that we have to do, we have to show and prove. You feel what I'm saying to you? So like my whole situation of, yes, I do the things for the financial gain of the situation of doing it for myself, but at the end of the day, like when you see me. And my stepmother could call me and attest to this. She'd be like, what you doing? You already know what I'm doing. You already know. You said you asked the question, but you definitely already know what I'm doing. Because it's always about the work. It's always about the work. It's like I have to, because I need to show the generation that's coming up behind me that you still, as much as we're getting a lot of things a little bit easy, you still gotta get it out the mud first before you can do anything else.
Bro, I got a cat at my job right now who he older than me. He probably like a year older than me. I had to explain, because it's funny, right? He sees all of this, and like I said, I've only been working with him since I've been working there, so it's not been long. But every time I come to him, it's like it's something different. He like, yeah, yo, what's been up? Oh, look, yo, yeah, I got to do this. Like, and obviously, you know, I ain't never been the bragging type, but you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer it. Yeah, yo, what's been up? Yo, yeah, me and my brother just got a studio. Yo, I'm trying to furnish this. It's you know, it's a lot going on. I'm trying to focus, and oh damn, okay, blah blah. And you know, one thing, go back and say this shit again. I hate excuses. That shit, yo, like why? It's just like I said, Joe, it's principle, bro. We have something to show for it. I was just telling that's so crazy. My coworker, the older cats, we were just talking about today. He was like, I respect a working, you know, look, you out here, you working, you getting your bread, you know, you got shit to do. He said, because I can show you a person who worked, because we were talking about people who got jobs but still bums. That's a real thing. Like he was like, he said, look, I can show you a person with a job that's a bum. Come to my house, talking about his girl, his daughter's boyfriend. Yeah. He was like, I don't like the nigga. I told her, like, I don't like him. Like, he a bum. This is what it is. Like, he got a job, but he's still a bum. That's a real thing. Like, bro, which has something to show for it.
But you realize a lot of times, a lot of kids, especially for the new generation, are gonna be at a point because we're working so hard. They're going to be at a point where they don't know what that looks like before. Like, for instance, if you take like the Carter children and ask them what that struggle looked like for their dad before or their mother before, they don't know that. Reasonably so, but they really don't know that. They really don't. They don't understand what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that looks it for them. It's always been Basquiat paintings and couture clothing. Like, they don't know the Oshkosh Bagosh days. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Right. It's always that level of success that is there. And I think we all aspire to it. It is just a rat race and it is tiring. And this shit is for the ghetto. Like, yo, I realize I am I don't want to say that for YouTube purposes, but I'm an equal opportunity hating person. Like I don't like a lot of people. Like it don't really matter.
Neither do
Like
I.
I can't. I need my fill of each. You know what I'm saying? Like I need my fill of the white folk. I need my fill of the black folk, and then sometimes neither the two shall meet. Like I got to be adjacent from all of it. I cannot.
People be trifling, yo. Like
Yo, I
you
can't.
gotta remember, yo, working at the government, yo. What I noticed, yo, which is so unfortunate, yo, is that you give our people a little smidget of power or authority, bro. They take
Lose
that
they
shit,
shit.
bro. It's just it's a damn shame. You see some of them and they just like pretentious, arrogant, stubborn, big headed and shit. Like, and there's like you can't say nothing to them either because
Right.
they are actually capable of making that phone call and getting you out of there. So you really just gotta be like, I'm just gonna keep clear of you. Like
Yeah, and
you ain't shit.
we do that. We do that quite often on the ladder of success. Quite often between us as black people, it's like, oh, I got out the mud. You won't have to get it out the mud too. Eh, but why you can't bring up the niggas that surround you?
Listen, if and it's
Even
so it's
though all of them
amazing.
you probably shouldn't, but still.
Like for me, yo, when I reach that stature, yo, I'm coming to very specific people to, hey, all right, I know already what everyone in the for the most part, the main individuals I deal with regularly. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I know their strengths and I know their weaknesses.
Right.
That's the goal. Okay, look, I'm at this tax bracket. All right, so now, all right, I know that you know how to do this. All right, let's figure out a way to incorporate this with what I got going on right now, so you don't have to work over here. Now you
Right.
can use your actual skill and literally build off of it and
Mm-hmm.
build yourself up. Like that's the
Right.
thing. Like I'm not. You got niggas want to be out here like, how, no, I can't. No, what you mean? How did I get it like this? Nigga, work. Lies. That don't work for everybody. You can't
But
just see it.
we constantly do that on a regular basis because that is what we've been taught and we've been conditioned to do. Like it's very much so when a parent would tell you don't get a credit card or don't have too many credit cards. Not having too many credit cards is one thing, but you also still need credit. So don't tell me not to do something and not tell me the why.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Don't tell me, yo, don't do that. Why? Because it's not working for you. But if you did research on why or how it could work, maybe now I can understand. Okay, well, maybe I won't do that, but I'll do it this way and see how this works. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about we don't do the why. We just give you a baseline shit like, nah, fuck that. I wouldn't do that shit. I wouldn't fuck with this nigga. Allow me to fuck with the nigga and find out why that nigga ain't shit.
I had somebody tell me, because I was telling them how I'm about to start investing in like gold, like just buying bars of silver, bars of gold, bars of platinum. Like that's a thing. And it's like, yeah, yo, it ain't, it don't do shit, blah, blah, but that's not why you buy that. You buy
Right.
that's an asset. You buy that to have it stored away in a bank or something or in a safe keep. And what you pay for it is you can get that back for it. So if you spend $900 on a bar of gold, and at the end of the day, the US dollar is nonstop. It's going to continue to depreciate because they keep giving it out, keep printing it.
Mm-hmm.
Gold and silver that don't depreciate. It's metal. Right. It's you don't buy that to like in stocks to make I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna buy some gold. I'm gonna have it sit here and I'm gonna flip it. No, nigga, that's just an asset you have. So you fall on hard times. You be like, look, yo, you know what? That's what the white people do. These motherfuckers, yo, they'll have a safe stacked with gold and silver and be like, oh, well, look, damn, I gotta go and put my money into this for the house. Well, let me go take this one bar of gold down to the bank real quick and just swap it out and take the cash and just go pay what I gotta pay. Like that's literally
Mhm.
all it's for. So it's basically a bank, low key. It's like
Right,
a
and that's just
savings.
like when you have a house, you have a level of equity, and
Yeah, exactly.
these are things that we're not taught. And we say all of this to say that adulting is for it's the ghetto. It's shit is tiresome. It is tiresome. These are things that you don't learn a lot of times. And I'm glad that we're also having these conversations a lot younger now. But a lot of times, a lot of our people did not have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? I love my
It's
mama
still
dearly,
not.
but my mother never had a house. You feel what I'm saying to you? Like she lived in an apartment and still does to a degree. And I'm just like, that's great, but I've never learned that theory, and I had to kind of figure it all out, kind of by myself, not completely, because my mother, my stepmother, and my father eventually had, some nuggets of wisdom, but not enough for me to really know exactly what I was doing. Like I really didn't. Everything that we did was all fucking trial and error.
I mean, and the good thing is about doing that is like, look at today. Today, fucking kids are being raised by tablets and shit like that, and
Right.
laptops and television. Like they don't even know how it feels to act. Like I cherish being the outside motherfucking kid, bro. Like that's why I can literally my phone will sit here. You know that my phone will sit here, and if I want to talk to you, we gonna talk, we gonna chat. I'll chat. Like other than that, I'll not be on my fucking phone. Like that's the
Yeah.
problem today. It's like the social, like first of all, ain't no child at all that's not even 16 should have a social media. Like on
Right.
some, if you would be honest, like
Right.
it's so much evil. Evil is very easily accessible. So when you poison your kids that early, that young, and then you be like, oh no, I still, raising right. Bullshit. Wait till they hit. Like that's the thing. One thing about children, they are very, very intelligent. No matter what you think you done taught them, they are sponges. So when you got a kid that's young, that's hearing all this wild trifling shit or seeing this, you got like the kids that's growing up in households where the parents is the mother probably trifling, cursing, and being this. And you got the older dad is probably they soak all that shit up. So look, you'll probably never hear them say it because they smart enough not to say it around you. But I promise you, they gonna say this somewhere else,
Right.
guaranteed,
Right.
guaranteed. And when they reach a certain age, then they out here, repeating these acts. That's the one saying I've always heard when I was growing up. It starts at home, and that's some real. If I ain't never, that's some real shit right there. It
Right.
starts at home. Like that's just facts. Like you hear a lot. Like even with me, a lot of problems that I have, like anger problem and a lot of stuff. Guess what? It was at home. Like I saw a lot of things. We was young. It was growing up in times. My father went to prison. I saw a lot of shit.
Right.
Like as a young child, and I still remember all of this stuff. But
Right. And
luckily,
you know
I've
what? And it's
grown.
funny because you can do one of two things. You can be a victim of it, or you can rise above your circumstance.
Yep,
And
fact.
it does seem like it is extremely hard to say, to be like, oh, how am I rise above my circumstance? Because you not your environment. You feel what I'm
Or
saying to you?
you want to continue in that environment.
Right.
You got
But it's only because we learn things and we don't know how to untrain ourselves to learn it. All right, I'll put it to you like this. With the weight loss journey, has it happened several times? Yes. But this time is completely different because I have a different vision of what this is. You feel what I'm
right.
saying to you? And now I'm doing it. The food behaviors, the exercise rituals and routines and shit. That shit wasn't things that were implanted in me. Other than maybe my father, I will say that, but because I primarily live with my mother, that wasn't implanted in me like that. Like my dad did it because he was military, and that was because that was the training that he got.
Yeah,
So I have to.
that was in him embedded,
It was in him,
right?
right? You feel what I'm saying? So that's instilled in him. That's different. But for me now, it's like, oh, I have to figure out how do I harness. Excuse me. How do I harness what he gave me internally? You know what I'm saying? Just as a person, and utilize that now as an adult and move that forward and say, yo, okay, I can make this happen. I can do this. It all had to start with my mindset about it. I had to change it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of people don't have that because everything else around you is a full distraction. It's a full fucking distraction.
Right. And listen, I could
so
put
you
that
have to unplug, bro.
I could, and look, I could put that in my terms. Well, you know, relatable to me because what you seen it, bro. I've ran the streets from like fucking 14 to like damn near from 14 to like ever, like prior to like 14 to like 2019. Like that was probably like 9 years of me just being out in the streets doing this. And I had to learn a lot of shit. I also had to come to the realization, like, bro, this shit ain't good. It is, and I'm never getting good outcomes of it. It's not changing my circumstances. It's not changing my situation. All it's doing is putting me deeper in the hole. I'm being like, you know, sitting still. I'm not progressing. I ain't making no money. I ain't doing this. Like at a certain point in time, you gotta want that. That's what I mean by that. You gotta like. I made the decision. Like, yo, I want to change that shit. I didn't know how either. You like,
and that is one of the other things that you and I talked about though too. Like everybody don't get a Troy. Everybody don't get an Alvin. And I think this is why, I think we said this last time, like this is why it's not just luck, it's divine order, but that's why we were sent into each other's lives, because I had to fix your shit, you had to fix my shit. Bottom line.
And you know what's funny, yo? That's why it bothers me so much. Like there's numerous people who I know that, you know, like you know, individuals we know who I don't be around no more, shit like that. Because like you said, not everybody get a Alvin. Not everybody, like, you know, whereas like you meet, like I already know I come with nothing but good intentions. So if I'm telling you something, that's because I actually care, and it's not like I'm just saying it to like, I'm just saying it because it just sounds cool to say. I'm saying this shit because it's actually a problem. And while, you know, a lot of people are prideful, and their pride is going to bite them in the ass every time. I don't think people understand that. So it's like, you know, if I'm giving you, I'm trying to show you, like, listen, man, like this ain't working, and this is literally, you're just, you know, obviously people look at you like, oh man, well, what you gonna tell me? Like, okay, like eventually, I literally be like, all right, I completely back off. Okay, you got it, you know, and I'm gonna let you learn the hard way, you know, and because I'm also not the individual that's gonna come to you and be like, I told you so. I ain't that person, but I will sit back and be like, hey, let me know when you're ready to talk, because like, you know, I don't say this shit because I got lips.
And I was just like to really kind of round this all out. I see that we all got a lot of brokenness in us. You know what I'm saying to you? Everybody got trauma. Every single person. Like I have seen too many people have an admittance of their trauma like that, and I'm just like, damn, everybody. And there's a lot. But what I will say is, you cannot stand on your trauma as a victim and just be your only excuse and your only crutch in your life, and you not move forward.
Because now you want someone to enable your bad behavior, and that's not okay or healthy as a growing adult.
Right. And what ends up happening is then you pull that same trauma to your children, and it continues to be that cycle.
And to others around you. Now you're just nothing but a burden and a liability. And it's like, who really want to genuinely be around somebody that has nothing but negative shit to talk about? That don't even remotely make sense to me. Like, why would I want, you know, like, it's different, like with me and you. Like, I was younger and I was coming around you and your wife and your house and shit like that. And, you know, you just like, damn, this nigga really like out here going through it in the streets. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? And you didn't even know what was going on until you actually was around me. Like, all right, let me actually be around you outside of here, this environment, to see what the fuck is going on. Then you like, oh, it's bad. It's like really bad. Like, it's not just like it's light, but at the same time, one thing that you know about me is that I didn't use that as a crutch ever.
You didn't.
And I never said like, damn, yo, this is, I could have taken advantage of hella niggas just off of my struggles. Like, going through this right now. Listen, bro, I don't use that shit as a crutch. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get out of it somehow. That was always my attitude. Hey,
Right.
I'm a
Like
look.
something going to shake. And the
If it ain't
reason,
tomorrow,
and like we said, and I know a lot of times, like I don't want the audience just to think that that's what we talk about, but like this is me showing love for this nigga because at the end of the day, I did it because actually, to be honest with you, with everything that ended up happening to you, I also got blessed because of what I was doing for you.
right?
You feel what I'm saying to you? Because I did it because I was like, I didn't want any accolades. I don't need any accolades for that. I don't. It's just who I am in my core as a person. So I was like, yo, if it was me, if it was mine, if it was my child, like I would definitely want someone to take them under their wing and make that happen for them. And that's what I did, and that's why I did it. I never will do it for any accolades. I never do it for you being successful and being like, oh, I helped that nigga. Nah, fuck that. You could never speak my name again. But I did it because that was what I was called to do.
Right.
And that is the level of being an adult and saying, yo, I do what I do because I'm called to do that. I do what I do because I have to do that, because that's part of my purpose. It is, I will say this in closing, it is super difficult to find your purpose, but you must find your purpose. You must manifest what you want out of life. You must say it and speak it into its existence. Even if you don't say it out loud and it is in your head, it should be that conversation with you. It should be that conversation with God, and you should be able to have it. Because when you do not, you become fuck boys, fuck girls, all of that shit.
And
Episode
put
coming
the
soon.
actual effort and put the actual work in. It's not okay. Like
it is
shit,
not.
dude. We are in a day and age where ain't shit actually getting handed to you. And
Not one
thing that always works, and I know because I'm doing it right now as we speak. And you know, you got all these millionaires. Yeah, I can pay for this course. I can show you how to. No, nigga, listen. Be consistent. Consistent.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a goal, if you got this, do what you need to do. Look, all right, look, you might not be able to buy them shoes or buy that coat. But guess what? Take that bread, go invest in what the fuck you need to invest in and get where you need to go. It's just that it's that simple, but it's obviously not as simple. You know,
and it's difficult. It is difficult. That
shit ain't easy because we doing it.
We are. You talking about two niggas that did the shit, had no idea what the fuck they was doing. Then on top of that, did a 4-year run. I did the year by my goddamn self, and then still had conversations like, let's come back and do it again. And we still had to be consistent.
Yep.
In the midst of all of the madness that's going on around us.
And that's not even counting like our actual lives.
That is the madness.
Doing other shit, still investing in other shit, still building other shit.
Still, right.
Come on, bro. I don't want to hear no excuses, yo. That shit's stop that.
I can't. And then on top of that, trying to get our health together. We out here working out. All type of shit. Like, yo, it's hard keeping my marriage together. All of the things. A lot of that shit. It's all of them. It is a lot. It takes a lot. So this is why this shit is fucking ghetto. Gets on my goddamn nerves, but I'm happy to be here. I am. So look, you already know where we at. You already know where we be. But we need to know where you at. So make sure y'all leave us some comments down there. You need to like. You need to share. You need to subscribe. You need to go to the Kicking It With Young Smooth podcast page on YouTube. You need to make sure that you click that like button, click that notification button so you can always know when we gonna be on here, which is Monday at 8:30. I know y'all done seen the post. You're gonna get another one. I don't give a shit. I do it again. Matter of fact, I need you to send me a small beat packet too, as a matter of fact, because I'll be running through those in the next week. But that's a whole nother thing. Anyway, in addition, fear, false evidence appearing real. It's only real in your mind if you make it real in your mind. You know what I'm saying? We out here, we're doing it. I don't know how. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't every day, but I'm happy and I'm blessed to be able to do it. But I am your boy Young Smooth.
I'm OB,
and this is the Kickstand Podcast, and we out this month. You feel me?
Yes,
Love
sir.
y'all. Peace.
We out.